Just don't be in it. One, two, three, one. 1, 2, 3. Skip canzone. Skip canzone. Skip. 47. It's a long time. It's about your ear. I'm wearing my. Can't tell. I don't know. Surely you see it. Maybe. It's John, right? Oh, just sit. Sorry, going up there. It's good. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. She's going to read the safety. So you got to show them. Yep. So go to Tennessee Walks. Okay. Letter B. The letter B. Yes. Drink up to letter B. One, two, three, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spring 2025 Commencement of Pellissippi State Community College. We will begin our ceremony in just a few minutes, but before we do, I would like your attention for some important general and safety information for today's ceremony. In order to comply with the fire code of the state of Tennessee, we must advise you of emergency evacuation procedures. Please take a moment to look around the facility to identify the nearest emergency exit. The closest exit may be behind you. In the event of an emergency, evacuation of the facility, please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner. Reporting of emergencies or those in need of medical assistance should locate event staff around the Coliseum. Pellissippi State Police officers can be found inside the lobby near the entrance at any time during the ceremony and can assist with emergency or medical issues. Smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes, alcohol, or drug use, is prohibited. The arena floor and stage area will not be available to guests during or after the ceremony. Professional photos will be taken of each graduate as they cross the stage tonight and will be made available by Grad Images several days after the ceremony. At the conclusion of the ceremony, we will have several photo opportunities at designated spaces in the building for use by graduates, families, and friends to capture photos of this very important day. Once the ceremony has concluded and our graduates have recessed, please be patient and dismiss in an orderly manner toward the nearest exit. You may meet your graduate in the main lobby after the recessional. We would like to make the following acknowledgments and thanks as we get ready to begin. Event planning staff at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum, M&M Productions USA for providing our audio and streaming services, our student quartet and variations choir under the direction of Megan Humphreys, our student brass ensemble under the direction of Hugh Lindsay. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Enjoy the ceremony. If you are able, right now, everybody, please stand as our graduates prepare to enter the hall.
Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good evening. Welcome to the spring commencement exercises for Pellissippi State Community College. Tonight's celebration marks the end of the journey at this institution for our graduates and the close of the commemoration of Pellissippi State's 50th anniversary. Those 5 decades have taken us from our beginnings on the corner of Division and Liberty Streets with 16 faculty and staff and about 40 or so students studying chemical, electrical, and mechanical engineering, to 4 campuses, 82 programs or pathways, hundreds of faculty and staff, thousands of students, and nearly 30,000 alumni, the vast majority of whom live right here in East Tennessee. This year's celebrations have included a Founders Day celebration, an Advanced Manufacturing Symposium, Make a Difference Day, where we did 50 service projects in honor of 50 years, and a Vision and Gold Gala. It is an honor for us to have the family and friends of the graduating class of 2025 join the faculty, staff, and graduates of this college for this special occasion. A very warm welcome to all of you who are graduating, for this day is your day. Let me be among the first to officially congratulate you. I look forward to presenting you to your diploma, although I'll let you know a little secret. It's actually a scroll telling you how to pick up your diploma in just a few minutes. Now, how quickly that happens depends on the other speakers in this program. B.B. King, the legendary American blues guitarist, once said, "The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it from you." And I hope you take that learning from our college into our community. A number of you will begin work in your chosen field of study, while others will complete a transfer degree before entering your chosen profession. Regardless of your path, my hope is that you will apply what you have learned in your studies here with a high degree success as a welder, a nurse, a maintenance technician, an audio engineer, a teacher, a manager, a lawyer, whatever you may be. Chef, I got to taste a lot of those dishes over the course of this semester. I also hope that you will be an engaged citizen who reads and thinks about the important issues and challenges that face our communities and helps find solutions to our most pressing problems. I hope you noticed when you walked in that our Phi Theta Kappa Honors Project was hanging out in the entryway. Make your mark. You've had an opportunity to make your mark at Pellissippi State. Now you have an opportunity to make your mark in the community. As you leave, I hope you understand that your time here and your accomplishments are earned with the love and the kindness and the support of others. So graduates, I'm going to give you a moment to stand up, give a little wave or shout out. We'll start. Let's thank the faculty and staff of the college who've helped get you to this point. So why don't you stand up, wave, shout, find your favorite faculty member. Thank them for their great work. And here's your opportunity to find mom, dad, spouse, partner, kids up in the arena. Give them a wave. Never forget to let the people know who support you how important they were to your success. As you leave campus and you be seated for a few more minutes, head out into the wider world. Remember to stay in touch. Let us know how we can support you on the next leg of your journey. You'll always be a Panther, no matter how far you roam. As we begin our ceremony, I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce you to the stage party. Trent Eads is our Grand Marshal and Mace Bearer. Danny Varlin is representing the Tennessee Board of Regents. We've got the Executive Vice Chancellor for Policy and Strategy, Russ Deaton, who you'll be hearing from in a minute. Gene Seavers also going to share some commencement remarks. We have Rushton Johnson, Vice President of Student Affairs. Kelly Toon, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Patty Weaver, Vice President of External Affairs. And the student who's going to give our alumni charge tonight, Victoria Crooks. Our readers tonight, and they have got a hefty task in front of them. Jesse Cragwall and Christian Lockhart. Thank you, gentlemen. Our deans, Margaret Ann Jeffries, Engineering and Media Technologies. Inez Gibson, Dean of English. Jesse Belknap, Health Sciences. Jonathan Fowler, Liberal Arts. Mary Ellen Spencer, Libraries. Merve Kester Thomas, Mathematics, and Interim Dean of Business and Computer Technology. She get 2 seats, right? And Judy Sickler, Interim Dean of Natural and Behavioral Sciences. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Our first speaker this evening is Russ Deaton, Executive Vice Chancellor for Policy and Strategy at the Tennessee Board of Regents. He's husband to Deborah for 23 years, father to 3 children, father also to Roxy the dog, 35 years in the dog-human scale, right? All right, so he provides leadership in our system to the offices of Academic Affairs, Student Success, Strategic Enrollment Management, and Research and Data. Before joining the College System of Tennessee, he spent 17 years, and I think that's where we first met, at the Tennessee Higher Education Commission, serving in a variety of different roles. He received his PhD from Vanderbilt in 2006, and he served as an adjunct faculty member there since 2007. Over the years, he's taught courses in higher education finance policy and policy economics, and he was named the Peabody College Adjunct Faculty Member of the Year in 2014. On a personal note, I've enjoyed my conversations with Russ over the course of a number of years. We talk about higher ed policy, sometimes we talk about baseball. Just a few weeks ago, we started a conversation about whether or not the TAM was the best representation for headwear in commencement regalia for academics. And so if he'll give me permission, we might pilot an alternate headwear when we recess this afternoon. All right. Please join me in welcoming Vice Chancellor Russ Deaton to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Graduates, before we start tonight, let's have a moment just with us. So faculty, staff, family, and friends, give us a moment, because these lights are bright, I can't see you, and I want to be able to hear and feel your presence tonight. Do y'all want to have a little more fun than normal at a college graduation, graduates? You want to do something a little more fun, a little more out of the ordinary? Okay, and some of you heard this back when we were practicing. Let's try something. So at certain parts of this, I want to feel your presence. So when I point to you, I want you to clap one time. Let's practice that. Come on, get it there. That was 480 of you. Let's go. You ready? You got to watch me. Ready? Not bad. All right. Let's one more thing. Are y'all ready to kind of stomp your feet as well? Some of you are in heels. That's a little bit harder, I know, but let's try this. Okay, so when I do something like this, I'm going to ask you to stomp, stomp, clap with my cadence, okay? So stomp, stomp, clap. Got it? Let's try that. Not bad. Let's try it again. Better. I caught you there, didn't I? All right, got to pay attention. All right, one more time for practice, then we'll get going. All right, now we're ready. Okay, let's get going. Graduates, friends, family, faculty, staff, and all of God's children, good evening and welcome to Pellissippi State's commencement ceremony. On behalf of the Tennessee Board of Regents, the College System of Tennessee, our Vice Chair, Emily Reynolds, and Chancellor Flora W. Tidings, we bring greetings from all of us at TBR. As we get started tonight, let's get one thing out of the way right now. Everybody in this room is here for one reason, and that is those 5 to 7 seconds where you or your loved one walks across this stage and becomes a college graduate. It is glorious, and it's the reason that all of the Pellissippi faculty and staff do what they do every day. So I'm going to follow the one dictum that every observer of graduation ceremonies asserts, which is to be succinct. That way we can get right to the reason we've all gathered here, which is to celebrate you becoming a college graduate. There you go. And becoming a college graduate will change you. No doubt it will. And it should. Your graduation today is not just a signal of your technical skill, your erudition, your mastery of your craft, your knowledge of the world around you. Your graduation signals more than that because a college education is more than that. These faculty and staff here today to celebrate you are the beating heart of this college. And they woke up every day for years with the singular goal to make you a better person, more broadly educated, more equipped to participate in our democracy, this great and grand journey that our nation's been on a quest to perfect for nearly a quarter of a millennium. Thomas Jefferson, reflecting on the role of public education, a cause for which he was a great champion, said, I think he probably had many of us in mind when he said this, he said, quote, "Above all, I hope the education of the common people will be attended to, convinced that on their good sense we may rely with most security for the preservation of a due degree of liberty." The world is indeed in need of both more liberty and good sense, is it not? Not bad. So in pursuit of more good sense, let me offer you 3 thoughts for contemplation as you await your 5 to 7 seconds. First thought, let's call this one failure as a blessing. All right, first story. Bottom of the last inning, last chance for the home team. Down 5-4 with a berth in the state championship on the line. The kid strode to the plate, bases loaded, 2 outs. A hit and his team wins. Pitcher fires a fastball, strike 1. Second one misses low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch is right in his sweet spot, middle down. The hitter drops the barrel, lines it down the right field line. As the ball arcs, he begins to feel what it might be like to have a game-winning walk-off hit. But the ball sails just foul, shuffles back to the box, now down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play, he tells himself. Make him throw a strike. The pitcher winds, fastball low, but the umpire rings him up. Strike 3, 3rd out, game over, season over. Utterly deflated, the kid walks back to the dugout. His teammates and coaches try to console him, but he is devastated. That failure stung, and it stayed with him for years and years. In fact, it still bothers me to this day. Second story. Pay attention. This man had his dream job, the one he had hoped for many years. He succeeded his mentor, the man who taught him everything he knew professionally. Leading one of the most respected organizations in his field, he had a great team around him. He worked hard and advanced through the ranks for 15 years to make it to that position. He wanted to lead the entire organization, and he was finally there. After almost 2 years, though, in that role, the governor who appointed him called him into his office, and he was very direct, and he was to the point. He was going to make a change. And it was his call. He's a committee of one. He wanted a new person, a different voice, a different perspective. Grateful, though, for this person's service, the governor asked him to stay on and take the number 2 position in the organization. Very generous, a great role. Devastated that that dream job was no longer an option, I walked out of the governor's office, sat down on a bench in the shadows of the Tennessee State Capitol, and cried my eyes out for 15 minutes. I was heartbroken. These 2 stories are 2 of the main entries in my failure resume. But I would not trade either disappointment for anything. Both incidents taught me valuable lessons. Both failures toughened me up and lit a fire under me. Both disappointments taught me humility and perspective, and I draw inspiration from each to this day. You too have had and will have more failures. The folks around you that you admire, your family, your friends, your professors, the ones you look up to, the ones you want to emulate, all of them exemplify what Confucius said, which is, quote, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." Second thought. Let's call this one the necessity of authenticity. Let me ask you this. Who are you as a person when no one is watching? And who are you as a person when everyone is watching? Your answer to those two questions go a long way in finding who you are as a person. And you'll spend many years developing your unique answer to those questions. Hopefully your time here at Pellissippi State has been an important catalyst as you developed your authentic self. And people in today's world, I can promise you, are hungry for that. We are hungry for authentic people and experiences. Oh, now you can continue to put on a facade, you can fake it, you can hide behind ChatGPT when you communicate, and to be sure, that's a temptation even for a commencement speaker, though I can promise you, for better or for worse, 100% my thoughts, my words here right now. You can pretend to be something you're not on social media, to hide your true self from the world, or worse, to give people the you that the world, they want you to be. That might even work for a while, might work for some people, but it is hollow and ephemeral and not what you're called to be. And your time here at Pellissippi has hopefully helped you develop and wield tools for you to become your authentic self. Authenticity is too often nowadays out of style, but it is necessary for happiness and success. Dr. Erica Bailey of UC Berkeley, who studies authenticity, describes being inauthentic as a taxing psychological experience that separates us from being able to make genuine connections with others because we are so concerned with managing the impressions that we are creating in other people. Who wants to do that? To all the baseball fans in the audience, if I asked you who the career home run king was, some of you might say Hank Aaron, with 755 home runs. Others of you might remember, though, that Barry Bonds holds the record with 762 when he passed Aaron in 2007. For many baseball fans, the fact that Bonds has been incredibly accused of taking steroids, though, both illegal and unethical, makes his record suspect to many. It wasn't that he didn't hit those home runs. It was that he did so after gaining an unfair advantage that made many of his exploits seem inauthentic. At times, it didn't seem real because, in a sense, it was not real. That was not an authentically achieved record done with authentic human achievement by a baseball player. Therefore, to many folks, this fan included, Hank Aaron is still the true career home run champion. Hammer and Hank was authentic. Third thought, let's call this one the joy of wandering. My middle son's a high school junior, and we're in the midst right now of helping him figure out his college plans after high school. Several weeks ago, as we prepared to begin our college visits, Grady earnestly pleaded with me, "Dad, on the campus tours, please don't ask questions and don't wander off." Now, while my son had some personal reasons for these directives, namely in order that his father not inadvertently embarrass him, the instructions are quite similar to what the world wants you to do: to stay put, to not veer off the path, to not explore, to not inquire and to search, to blend in and go along with the crowd wherever they may go. Now we come closer to the moment for you to bask in your accomplishment, to express unbridled joy at becoming a college graduate, to beam with pride with what you have accomplished and to look ahead for what comes next with anticipation. Your credential is more than the content of your courses. It is more than the extent of your preparation. It's an indicator that you are ready for the challenges of citizenship, of learning, of community engagement. This evening, as you become a college graduate, and that status bestows upon you a tremendous responsibility to your family, to your friends, to your community, to the greater good. Embrace it. Engage the world around you. Wander off, stub your toe, dust yourself off after you fall down, ask questions, and embrace who you authentically are. Graduates, congratulations.
Thank you, Russ. I now have the honor of introducing our next speaker, Gene Sievers. He is the Vice President of Production and Operations for Consolidated Nuclear Security, the management and operating contractor for the Y-12 National Security Complex in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. He's responsible for overseeing production, operations support, safeguard, security, and emergency services. Prior to this role, he served as a Y-12 site manager, where he led daily operations to sustain a safe, secure, and effective nuclear deterrent. During his tenure at CNS, he's been responsible for mission assurance, disciplined operations, day-to-day operations, and environment, safety, and health. He began his service to our country with 27 years in the United States Navy, where he served on 4 nuclear submarines supporting the national security strategy in the Atlantic and Pacific theaters of operation. His military service culminated in command of the USS Columbia and Submarine Squadron 6. He holds an MBA from the Florida Institute of Technology and a Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering from West Virginia University. I care deeply about the work Gene and his team do, and I think we all should. The work at Y-12 is critical, again, to the national security environment. And of course, my daughter works there, so I care about it on some level as well. But please join me in welcoming Gene Sievers to the podium.
Good evening, Pellissippi State Community College, class of 2025. What an honor to be with you tonight, celebrating your accomplishment and the 50th anniversary of Pellissippi State's legacy of learning, leading, and serving. For 5 decades, Pellissippi State has served East Tennessee, providing the forum for launching, maintaining, and sustaining the need for learning and leading. Thank you, Dr. Wise, for allowing me to be a part of this celebration. From the first 45 students at the State Technical Institute of Knoxville to over 9,000 students attending Pellissippi State this fall, the institution has served the community and partnered with business. It is appropriate that we celebrate this important milestone at a time when our region is experiencing a renaissance no less important than the Manhattan Project. The Oak Ridge Corridor is where I work and where most of us reside. It is a major example of the growing opportunities for Pellissippi State graduates right here at home, where we want you to make your career and raise your families. In just a little over a year, new nuclear industry has moved into East Tennessee, including Kairos Power, Type 1 Energy, Triso X, Nano Nuclear Energy, Ultrasafe Nuclear, Centera, and Orano. And I'm sure I've missed more than one. The state has proposed over $100 million in nuclear investment, and the federal government has committed to modernizing legacy nuclear with major investments at Y-12, including the uranium and lithium processing facilities. Oak Ridge National Laboratory continues critical national science work in high-speed computing, isotope production, and new investment in circular bioeconomy systems. The Tennessee Valley Authority has embarked on construction of the first Generation 3 small modular reactor at the Clinch River site, all while the Department of Energy completes the cleanup of the legacy of the Cold War. And this growth is not coincidental and has much to do with the people sitting in this room tonight. There are few regions where a community exists more supportive of nuclear, and there is nowhere in the United States with a workforce of the caliber that exists in East Tennessee. Of course, not all opportunities will be nuclear, but much like the tide lifting all watertight ships, a rising economy provides abundant opportunities for those willing and ready to work. A community that embraces the future, or at least a reimagined past, is full of promise, and I see the look of opportunity in every seat here tonight. So whether you're entering the workforce directly after your experience at Pellissippi State, or you have just completed the first step in your higher education journey, you are part of a community of excellence. And while that community sounds amazing, I would like to spend a few minutes tonight sharing a message that I hope is a little more individual in both nature and intent. After all, a group's success depends on the strengths from each member. So like nearly half of you graduating tonight, I was a first-generation college graduate. And I will admit, My journey began about 18 years before most of you were born. More on public math later. I was the son of a Bethlehem steel tool and die maker and an elementary school cafeteria cook, the youngest of 7 children. Education beyond graduation from a rural high school wasn't guaranteed, but it was an expectation in our household. For me, the military provided the opportunity to experience formalized education. Now, my father was a product of the Great Depression. He was a practical man, and he had no passion for luxury at all, for any reason. He never had the opportunity to go to college, but like many in his generation, he could literally make or grow anything he needed. Growing up, if you had a conversation with my father about school or learning, this is what he said: get an education, they can't take that away from you. So now, being the youngest of 7, I had 3 older brothers. Getting stuff taken away from me was just pretty much the way it was. So that seemed like pretty good advice, and I didn't really give it a whole lot more thought. And it wasn't until quite a bit later that it dawned on me who was actually going to try to take it away from me. Maybe the old man was just a little bit paranoid. But now, after 3 decades of leading men and women in the military and another decade plus in the civilian defense industry, reflection on what he said has brought much better clarity to my dad's statement. And I think I'll sum it up in a sentence or two. What you choose to learn, what you decide to experience becomes who you are. So you better make it count. You need to be deliberate. You will rarely get a redo. Learning will occur. Touch a hot surface and learn. And lessons learned are rarely wasted because history is great at repeating itself. Let me give you an example. Summer of 2000, I was aboard the USS Pittsburgh. We were scheduled for a port visit in Crete after a naval exercise in the Aegean Sea. Beautiful. On the surface at sunset, the seas were calm. We're headed into port to do what sailors do best, liberty. Within about 45 minutes, we experienced what the local mariners called the Aegean wind, or the meltemi. The seas quickly went from nearly calm to waves 60 feet high. I clearly remember a young junior officer standing on the bridge of the submarine, naming each wave as it crashed upon us from 20 feet above the sail. Thankfully, it was warm Mediterranean water. We survived that evening because our commanding officer always insisted that when we went on the bridge, we wore both a 4-point harness and we tethered to the boat. The sea is not something to take lightly, and neither is history. So fast forward, 2006, on board the USS Columbia, I'm now in command, and we're headed to sea for special operations. We had just left port, and I had just come down from the bridge and was standing in my stateroom at the foot of the bridge ladder when I heard on the announcing circuit the lookout's trembling voice: "Man overboard, port side." Not cool, I thought. The seas weren't particularly bad, but if you know anything about the area around Guam, the Marianas Trench, the sea is deep and the swells are large. And besides, falling off a submarine typically means you hit a bunch of metal on your way into the ocean. So I re-snapped my harness. I jumped up the ladder back to the bridge, and that's when I found my officer of the deck hanging over the side of the sail, tethered to the ship and yelling at the lookout to stop pulling on him while he tried to put something back in his pocket so that he could help get back onto the sail. Without the tether, without the lessons learned from my commanding officer, I could have been calling his wife with bad news. So it does matter what you learn. Deliberately learning that which will make us better leaders, more valuable human beings, and indispensable contributors to our community is the choice that I am here to talk about. And I'm going to assume that many of you will walk away from this believing it is a simple thing, because in most rooms, I am far from the smartest in the group. But indulge me for the next few minutes, and the next time you touch something hot, may these words reinforce your desire to be a deliberate learner and a leader. First, learning will change you. It adds complexity to your reasoning while simplifying how you solve multi-layered, nuanced problems. It makes you more critical of a world of data bombarding your senses. You will demand reasoned information and not just fragmented bits of a world sampled by social and news media with no context. At its best, it reverts us to a childlike state, asking why. History is replete with personalities that ask why and change the world. Galileo, Da Vinci, and my favorite, Thomas Edison. So here is my one dead guy quote. I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Generational genius will not find residence in each of us, but we can all become something more valuable to those around us by learning. Engage in learning that which makes you ask why. The what means different things to different people, but find a common why, and you will succeed in life, relationships, and your career. Learning will surprise you. A nuclear operator curriculum consists of a lot of math, calculus, differential equations, physics, chemistry, thermodynamics. But the most useful class that I ever took was business typing in the 10th grade. Without a doubt, I've used that skill more than any other. Who knew before the personal computer and email that the quick brown fox would translate into a competitive advantage? The second most, a series of communication courses at West Virginia University. From nonverbal communication to the fundamentals of mass media, internalizing the idea that the most clearly spoken phrases are understood very differently by a diverse audience. And that was the foundation of effective leadership skills. Understanding that biases and personal filters exist, tone, volume, and facial expression, as well as body language to achieve buy-in to a goal and a vision makes a large difference. There's not a single person that will leave here with the same impression of these remarks. Hopefully, each of you will find something useful. You never know what the most useful thing you learn will be, so make a lifetime of learning. Learning will challenge you. Answer the challenge, and you will be successful. Every situation that you experience moving forward offers an opportunity to add to your collective wisdom, or in some instances, to avoid becoming something less. We've all had the bad boss, the bad teacher, and I will offer that you can learn just as much from someone you dislike or don't resonate with as you can from those that you hold in high esteem. Those that will make the difference in this world do not shut down when the experience is negative or disagreeable. They seek to understand the why, explore the mental discord, sift through the emotions, and make a deliberate decision to attain a rational opinion. The environment in this country demands so much more of this behavior. If you can control your emotional reaction, seek clarity, and choose your response, you will achieve a balanced perspective and become a leader in a world of sides. Learning will disappoint you. My high school commencement speaker began her remarks with, "I hope you all fail." A bit of a shocker for an opener, but the rest of the remarks explained how, if you set your goals high enough, if you challenge yourself sufficiently, you will inevitably fail. That still resonates after 42 years have elapsed. So I know all the math geeks in a room are currently doing private math. So at the risk of missing what I'm about to say, the answer is I graduated high school in 1983. It's the same answer as beginning my journey 18 years before most of you were born, because the average age in this class is 24. If your journey does not involve shattering some preconceived personal notions, forming new paradigms, and rejecting some fundamental truths, you probably aren't trying hard enough. If you haven't read the book, Lies My Teacher Told Me, read it. You may not agree with the narrative, but you will be unable to deny that there is another perspective. Both history and current events are always told from a particular perspective. And the fundamental truth is there is always another viewpoint. And that's especially true if you're the one telling it. Some of those are illogical, irrational, and even seemingly dangerous. Seek to understand the alternative, reject the status quo, and you may find you are disappointed in your original belief. The people that you will be entrusted to lead are counting on the fact that you can consider all viewpoints before making decisions that influence their lives. Learning will elevate you. We've all experienced it. Maybe it was a neighbor, a relative, a teacher, a coworker, coach, or a friend of a friend. That person was the go-to on trivia night, knew how to get the car running, fix an electrical problem, give you the best financial advice. I have no doubt that the collective of experiences that made him or her the person you relied on involved a willingness to learn. There is nothing more satisfying than facing a challenge with confidence, knowing that you can solve the problem, deliver the answer, and inspire the team. Your presence here tonight signals your desire to, at least in part, be that person for someone. Make sure they are placing their faith in someone who has done the work, sweated the small stuff, read more than just the Cliff's Notes, or today, the AI overview. Learning will ground you. Consider the pace of change of the world today, simultaneously pushing the frontiers of machine learning, exploring the fundamental building blocks of what makes us human, while revisiting some of the most challenging, momentous achievements of the past, including space exploration and nuclear technology. Our everyday environment is filled with data presented and removed in small bits without context. A globe at once being more interconnected, while forces of historical isolationism resurface. So no matter what the problem is, no matter what challenge a team, group, or community faces, the answer will be leadership. Leadership provided by individuals with opinions grounded in education. Men and women that understand there are multiple sides to every issue and that a solution optimized for one is sub-optimized for all. So begin your career by learning well. Live your career working hard. Leave your legacy by teaching others, and never forget to go home at night and enjoy those that you have worked so hard to support. So unlike my high school commencement speaker, I wish each of you deliberate success. Your time at Pellissippi State has taught you to set your sights high and has shown you that difficult challenges are temporal when compared to the opportunities provided by a life of learning. So for the mothers in the audience, happy early Mother's Day. For those that is news and you've just learned, you have one day. May God bless you and your families, and may God bless the United States of America. Good evening to all.
Thank you, Mr. Sievers, for those timely and thoughtful words. Please join me in giving him another round of applause. As we prepare for the conferring of degrees, please note the special cords and stoles that some of our students are wearing for the various honors they have earned. In addition to the various honors and achievements noted in the program, there are several notable accomplishments amongst the graduates that I will recognize at this time. Students, as I call your names, please stand and be recognized. Audience, please hold your applause until all the names in the group have been called. Today, we celebrate the remarkable achievements of our graduates and their promising futures. Among them are several shining examples in whose dedication highlights the importance of co-curricular involvement. Students, as I call your names, please stand. Representing Student Government Association Executive Board, Victoria Crooks. And representing Student Activities Board, Jonah Mesa, Cheryl Aguipo, and Shaquela Wyatt. Co-curricular involvement not only complements academic learning, but also nurtures leadership and collaboration skills. Their efforts to serve their fellow students demonstrate how engagement beyond the classroom can drive personal growth and meaningful change. We thank you for your dedication and congratulate you on your outstanding accomplishments. Please join me in saluting them as shining examples of co-curricular engagement and leadership excellence. Skills USA. Skills USA is an organization which offers competitive activities in which students strive to achieve in a variety of occupational skill and leadership areas. Competition in skill and personal achievement is encouraged at all levels. Leadership contests include public speaking, parliamentary procedures, safety, opening and closing ceremonies, and job interviewing. Occupational skill contests include the building trades, health occupations, culinary arts, audiovisual and graphic arts, automotive technology, the electrical and electronics industry, and personal services. In the graduating class, there are several students that distinguish themselves in the state competition and national competition by earning a medal. Students who earn gold medals in the state competition qualify for the national competition, which is held in Atlanta, Georgia in June each year, with the other gold medalists from the other 49 states. Students, as I call your names, please stand and be recognized. Gabe Dunn, 2024 gold medalist for the state and national champion in the Internet of Things Smart Home. Also, 2025 gold medalist and state champion for telecommunications cabling and national contestant in June of this year. Emma Gardner, gold medalist in crime scene investigation. Liam Comesti, gold medalist and state champion in audio production and national contestant. Jaslyn Huichapa, state bronze medalist in 3D visualization and animation. Gabe Cormany, gold medalist and state champion in 3D visualization and animation. Chloe Ramsey, silver medalist in graphic communications. Hamilton Baker, 2024 state gold and national bronze champion, and the 2025 state champion in digital media, digital cinema productions. And then Nathan Vasquez, gold medalist and state champion in digital cinema productions, and Maxville Cawthon, silver medalist in welding. Please join me in saluting these students for their outstanding accomplishments. This evening, we are honored to recognize an exceptional group of students from the Career Magnet Academy, a partnership between Pellissippi State and the Knox County School District. Students, would you please stand? Under the leadership of Dr. Charlene Lewis, Principal, and Dr. Michael North, Campus Dean, these young scholars have achieved something truly remarkable. They will earn their associate degrees from Pellissippi State before receiving their high school diplomas in just a few days. This accomplishment reflects not only academic excellence, but also extraordinary drive, maturity, and vision for the future. We celebrate their success today and all they will accomplish in the years ahead. Please join me in congratulating them for this outstanding accomplishment. You may be seated. And finally, Pellissippi State recognizes those students in the graduating class who have distinguished themselves academically by earning a particular cumulative grade point average. To recognize this accomplishment, some of our graduates have gold and royal blue braided cords adorning their caps and gowns. These cords represent our honor students who have a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or higher. Within our honor graduates, there are three distinct categories: cum laude with high praise, magna cum laude with high praise, and summa cum laude with highest praise. There is a detailed explanation of these categories in your commencement program. Amongst our honor graduates, there is a small cadre of students that have distinguished themselves even further. They have completed their associate's degrees and earned a perfect cumulative grade point average of 4.0. They are designated this evening by the Royal Blue Mortar Board. Students, as I call your names, please stand. Michael Armitage, Clotilde Bussois, Seda Bynum, Emma Crooks, Tristan Davis, Camille Ellis, Milo Gaber, Marisol Gonzalez, Linda Harper, Rebecca Herrera, Garrett Huffman, Matthew Hurley, Danielle Lowe, Liana McKinley, Elise Newell, Melinda Newton, Koi Pina Baraka, Elizabeth Perry, Jolene Pruitt, Allie Roberts, Catherine Ruiz, Addison Wilson, Emily Stapariu, and April Atkins. Please join me in celebrating these students for their outstanding accomplishment. And now the moment you have all been waiting for, the presentation of the candidates. Dr. Toon.
All right. We now move to the part of the ceremony for which the candidates have worked so diligently. The candidates will prepare for the conferring of their degrees. Will the candidates please rise? Stand up. I think I need to change the language. All right. Good job. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, let's try it. All right.
Need more learning.
I need to practice that. All right, I need more learning. I do. All right. All right, Dr. Wise, these candidates have successfully completed all of the requirements for the Associate of Applied Science, the Associate of Applied Science in Nursing, the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, the Associate of Fine Arts, or the Associate of Science in Teaching degrees. The faculty recommends these candidates to you for the conferring of these degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I do, on the recommendation of the faculty, grant to you the degree that you will now be presented. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left of your mortarboard. Graduates, you may now move forward for the presentation of diplomas.
Graduates, you can also be seated.
The following are candidates for the Associate of Applied Science degree. Emma Garner. Ryan Goforth. Kendall Wagner. Jesus Alberto Hernandez Vasquez, cum laude. Haley Danae Creech. Catherine Margaret Pasquaretto. Dina Renee Bayless. Stephen James Davis, magna cum laude. Solomon Reese Miller, summa cum laude. Robert Brock Jenkins, cum laude. Madison Alyssa Henry, magna cum laude. Megan Elise Heath. Liana McKinley, summa cum laude. Jill Renee Scholmeyer. Robert Luke Egan, cum laude. Davis Michael Nelson. Nicholas Braden Ray Bullis. Marilyn Liana Wagner, cum laude. Tristan Blake Burris. Tyrone Walls. Connor Michael Brock, cum laude. Gabriel Liam Dunn. Jack Henry Dye, cum laude. Alexandra Rose Pinson. Emily Grace Cox, cum laude. Blythe Cade, cum laude. Sophie Elizabeth Behrens. Sydney Brooke Jett. Jared Christopher Tinson, cum laude. Christian Miller, summa cum laude. Cameron Michael Murphy. Wesley Liu, cum laude. Damonte Malik Foster, magna cum laude. Jeffrey Blake Nichols, magna cum laude. Keela Roxanne Christopher. Campbell Emery Chudley. Ryan Samuel Lemons. Pamela Lynn Lee. Donald Mark Farinato. Rebecca Paige Severson. Severson. Lucas Austin Belt. Nolan Dean Ross. Emily Elizabeth Zellner. Aubrey Taylor Dietz, magna cum laude. Peter Andrew Roggerio. Chad Dulaney Andrews, magna cum laude. Kaylee Marie Pomerantz, magna cum laude. Mara Paige Causey. Izzy Sipe. Dylan Haynes. Sydney Elizabeth Burke. Tina Mae Klein. Leanne Baird, summa cum laude. Rebecca Lofrido, cum laude. Noah Warren Harrison, magna cum laude. Lucinda Celeste Mayfield. Deacon Kennedy Anderson, cum laude. Eder Jahir Hernandez Martinez. Cassie Marie Lawson, cum laude. Cassie Virginia Wright, summa cum laude. Parker Cade Lee, summa cum laude. Stefan Marquise Palmer, magna cum laude. Leslie Joanny de Santiago Rodriguez. Jonathan Keith Mauser. Alicia Tishan Kottner. Tiffany Ann Wright. Meadow Lynn Tate. Holland Brooke Whitehead. Marissa Amaya Anderson. Emily Ann Miller Anglin. Emma Lila Myers. Carrie Allison Barnett, magna cum laude. Nina Marie McClintock. Mindy May Young. Ashley Gail Masson. Sunny Carol Miller. Sophia Abigail Trent, cum laude. Kayla Elaine Smith. Bridget Leolyn Lawson. Melissa Jean Hill, summa cum laude. Nicole Whitney Kress. Aaron Houston Horde. Chloe Veronica Dayock. Logan Danielle Lord, cum laude. Alicia Renee Glenn. William Gavin Scroggins. Zachary Chase Odom, magna cum laude. Tannen Rin Robert, cum laude. Jerica Marie Mitchell. Noah Logan Cantor. Jacob Ethan Lucier, summa cum laude. Shelby Ann Stennett, cum laude. With 3 cards, Megan Elizabeth Reapy. Chloe Elizabeth Ramsey. Gabrielle Thomas Cormany, magna cum laude. Max Richard Hill. Sandra Michelle Warfield, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Miriam Floyd. Anna Gabriella Ray. Abigail Elizabeth Tucker, magna cum laude. Turner Wyatt Jones. Emily Jane Cole. Elise Likun Newell, summa cum laude. Alexis Brenna Crass. Matthew Red Dunn, summa cum laude. Jake Lee Terry Jones. Madeline Grace Watalovich. Carrie Lynn Thompson Sapp. Ronald Olszewski. Ethan Henry Mousoff. Scarlett Prater. Josie Reese Jenkins. Nathan Thomas Vasquez, cum laude. Michael Kenneth Armitage, summa cum laude. Jeffrey Hamilton Baker, cum laude. Lily Wimbish, cum laude. Emily Marie Christie. Elena Hope Walker. Victoria Alexis Phillips. Hannah Ray Dodd. Alicia Uswai Sanchez Ibarra. April Atkins, summa cum laude. Adam Christopher Hart. Olivia Danielle Luking, cum laude. Caden Saylor Carter, cum laude. Rebecca Montes Herrera, summa cum laude. Stephanie Taboda, cum laude. Garrett Christian Huffman, summa cum laude. John Evan Barker, summa cum laude. Leonardo Daniel Garcia. Santiago Jose Cepeda. Jacob Dylan Kennedy. Noah Hampton, summa cum laude. Joseph Elijah Timothy Maccabee, summa cum laude. Leah Reese Gahn. James Jones, summa cum laude. Zachary Holdren. Ben Park. Andrea Kraus. Matthew Ryan Hurley, summa cum laude. Zoe Kristen Godwin, cum laude. Kristen Grace Bailey, summa cum laude. Megan Lynn Whitesill. Micah Brian Browdus. Brooklyn Marie Benson, cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Smith. Alyssa Elizabeth Wallace. Bushra Ahmed. Leslie Cepeda, cum laude. Felicia Duran Yeats, magna cum laude. Ana Yeli Perez Ramirez, magna cum laude. Hadil Ahmad Saeed, cum laude. Chloe Elise Pollard, magna cum laude. Emily Clara Moffitt, cum laude. Heather Nicole Maynor, cum laude. Madeline Rose Little, magna cum laude. Kaylee Robinson, magna cum laude. Faith Elizabeth Joya. Jaslyn Wichapa, cum laude. Raymond Curtis West. Hannah Michelle Jenkins. Brittany Michelle Burton. Shaquela Marie Wyatt. Camille Ellis, summa cum laude. Joshua Mitchell Chastain, cum laude. Caleb Stephen Tarkley. Briley Ashlyn Morgan. Reese Gabrielle Simmons. Dmitry Andreevich Petrov, summa cum laude. Jovan Matthew Hudson. Logan Tyler Glass. Zachary Thomas Fulkerson. Liam Michael Cummisty, summa cum laude. Bryce Connor Leckman. Joseph Daniel Bond, summa cum laude. Maxfield Starbuck Coffin. Destiny Kirkoffer. Ahmed Nassim. Tatum Nikita Webb, magna cum laude. Gracie Maylin Roberts, cum laude. Carrie Elizabeth Gadd. Janet Lynn Galantine, cum laude. Nicholas Scott Beaver. Jeremy Anthony Garza Jr. Matthew Allen Todd. Cheryl Alunan Agipo, cum laude. Sarah Denise Harris. Michael Robert Obernesser. Catherine Lynn Ruiz, summa cum laude. Jacqueline Barrientos Villalobos. Katura Hannah Faith Gregg. Gabrielle Magro Catena. Mia Huel. Blair Alexander Wolford, summa cum laude.
The following candidates for the Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, the Associate of Fine Arts, or the Associate of Science in Teaching degrees. Victoria Elizabeth Crooks, summa cum laude. William Sean Severs, magna cum laude. Keely Marie Kent. Catherine Elizabeth Hatcher. Noah Kenneth Wagstaff, summa cum laude. Dalton Gibson. Jonathan Davis Bolin. Danielle Leanne Lowe, summa cum laude. Juliana Wolf. Allison Kate Brackett. Tanner J. Easter. Haley Marie Lane. Reese Elizabeth Rowland. Kylie Joe Woodruff, summa cum laude. Jessica Kathleen Goebel. Jordan Nicole Goebel, magna cum laude. Sarah Slayton, cum laude. Robin Diane Peterson, cum laude. Joshua Blake Fowler. Emma Grace Brooks. Alexis Snow Gomez, magna cum laude. Rebecca Kathleen O'Banion, cum laude. Caroline Page Roberts. Felicity Alexis Fulcher. Ava Gail Morel. Haley Kathleen Samsel. Allie Ann Roberts, summa cum laude. Autumn Hope Sands, magna cum laude. Timothy G. White. Nathaniel J. Slauson, magna cum laude. Jaden Henry Miller, summa cum laude. Jolene Cassidy Pruitt, summa cum laude. Henley Ray Norton. Michael Ross Addis, summa cum laude. Linda Jean Harper, summa cum laude. Vince Rainwater. Justin Ortiz Jimenez, cum laude. Seth Walker Reagan. Colin Ray Tarkington. Daniel J. Brizuela, cum laude. Alexander Michael Parks. Emma Catherine Crooks, summa cum laude. Rainey Lynn Mitchell, cum laude. Destiny Monet Eversley. Rayanne Elizabeth Rupert. Emma Catherine Miller. Gemmalee Reed Adderson. Hannah Elizabeth Day. Reagan Elise Heltzer. Sarah Beth Lynn, magna cum laude. Emma Leanne Adkins. Autumn Marie Hood. Brooklyn Louise Cup. Valeria Covarrubias, cum laude. Connor Patrick Jones. Tanner McKinley Lloyd, cum laude. Richard West Horak, cum laude. Andrew Edward Ross Herbert. Abigail Charlotte Watson. Bianca Nicole Lopez. Hannah Ray Mingy. Ava Novell Burton. Ian Michael Patton. Chloe Rogers. Rain Lee Carpenter. Haley Grace Mobius, cum laude. Marina Page Lepp. Anna Clark, summa cum laude. Isaiah Dean Everett, magna cum laude. Casey Elizabeth Cable. Casey Leanne Grogan. Braden Travis Allen. Jack Andrew Raper. Kiana Michelle Huff. Kayla Michelle Adams, summa cum laude. Tydasia McAfee. Gabriel Omar Martinez Rodriguez. Erica Shea Thrasher. Margaret Catherine Ernst. Rayleigh Ledford. Ethan Ray Sprain. Richie Huichapa, magna cum laude. Aditya Menon. Cameron Jones. Pashari LaQuay Taylor. Victoria Heron. Ryan Parker Trammell, magna cum laude. Melissa Renee Tolliver Jones. Nora Haven Joelle Jones. Maxwell P. Collins. Jadence F. Clark, magna cum laude. Bianca Alejandrina Batista, cum laude. Apollonia Bartolome Juan, cum laude. Aspen Sharp, magna cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Eliana Robinson. Abigail Elizabeth Schenken. Adam Gabriel Veith, cum laude. Masako Paulette Truitt. Jennifer L. Arcomano, cum laude. Kenji Changtoi Mua. Koi Peña Baraka, summa cum laude. Max Elizabeth Maxwell. Mayan Sudri. Samantha Ann Wilson. Kaylee Nicole Turner. Peyton Lee Rhodes. Ryan Scott Sexton. Ainsley Brooke Burkett, cum laude. Joshua Anthony Schotten. Daniela M. Resmerita. Addison Danielle Ogle. Josephine Ray McNally. Kira Jones, magna cum laude. Shelby G. Johnson. Marisol Haven Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Justin Paul Gilbert, magna cum laude. Ava Rose Berlin Galt. Madalena Gator, cum laude. Eli Fisher. Solomon DeLeese, magna cum laude. Tristan D. Davis, summa cum laude. Nicole Lopez Carrasco. Clotilde Lunda Boussois, summa cum laude. Callie Emma Brunner, magna cum laude. Savannah Grace Brooks. Haley Bounds. Kalea Rayon Beljour. Javier Cedinho. Lindsay Faith England, cum laude. Emma Kate Lutz. Seth Allen Hargis. Kyla Grace Stevenson, magna cum laude. Ashton Reese Talbot. Taylor Leanne Farley. Emma Kate Sheehan. Benjamin O'Neill Penny. Joshua Windsor. Jonah David Mesa. Shauna Michelle Worley, magna cum laude. Addison Ray Wilson, summa cum laude. Ariana Washington. Morgan Taylor Van Nostrand. Kylie Nicole Thomas. Benjamin S. Shell, cum laude. Cheyenne Scarborough. Alessandra Louise Grubbs, cum laude. Seda Jane Bynum, summa cum laude. Taylor Ann Bailey. Sheikh Hamed Traore. Christopher Martinez Mateo. Nathan Anthony Nicoletti, cum laude. Melissa A. Crosby. William J. Cox. Coda Joshua Adkins. Isabella Zoe Miller, cum laude. Emma Aiden Nicole Smith, cum laude. Sophia Marie Frills, cum laude. Holly Curry, cum laude. Amy Elizabeth Hill. Kelsey Rose Hoho. Brigham Stephen Scallion. Santonio McDaniel. Colby Tajade Proctor. Elizabeth Jasmine Perry, summa cum laude. Alexis Jimenez Oseguera. Blue Eli Ritter, cum laude. Cesar Avalos, magna cum laude. Brenna Grace DeHurst. Javier Landon. Jamie Silva, magna cum laude. Genesis Gerardo. Landon Michelle Brown, magna cum laude. Macy McMillan. Rachel Abigail Harris. Michael Grayson Masters. William Caleb McCarroll. Paola Herosa Vidal Garza. Kavai Mailane Gregoria V. Halbra, magna cum laude. Richard Samuel Brown III. Jacob David Witzel. Jeffrey Daniel Robert Lindsay, cum laude. Alani Leva. Jordan Catherine Resnick. Roxana Stupariu, summa cum laude. Kendall Hobson, cum laude. Devin Franklin. Abby Eleanor Sanderson, magna cum laude. Axel Jared Galindo. Jacob Delane Eubanks, summa cum laude. Mohammed Siddiqui. Joshua Leon Ward Beckles. Brooke Isabel Drummond, magna cum laude. Addison Haley Merritt. Milo Brew Gabor, summa cum laude. James Nicholas Farmer, magna cum laude. Devin Peyton Grant, magna cum laude. Emily Alexis Plum.
There we go. No. So there's I need Richard.
Where am I? Okay. I just.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh no.
So I had to tell you.
Measure me, sky. Measure me, sky. Measure me, sky. Measure me, sky. Measure me, sky, tell me I reach by your song. Here are the stars, I have been little so long. Weigh me, high wind, what will your wild scales record? Prophet of pain, joined by the weight of the world. Horizon, reach out, catch at my hand, stretch its heart. Rim of the world, wide and my eyes guide us all. Sky be my death, wind be my wind and my heart. World, my heart's path, loneliness. Wings for my pleasure, my soul, nearer the sky be my death, wind be my wind and my heart. World, my heart's loneliness, weeks for measure me, wings for my flight.
It is my honor to present the graduating class of 2025. Today, we celebrate not only your academic achievements, but your resilience, dedication, and growth. We are immensely proud of each graduate and confident that you will continue to shine brightly. Congratulations, and may your journey ahead be filled with success and fulfillment. Thank you.
Congratulations, graduates. But tonight, as we gather in celebration of your collective academic achievements, we also seek to honor the memory of Gavin West, a student who was taken from our college community and from his friends and family far too soon. Gavin is fondly remembered by his audio production faculty. He was described by Professor Misha Goldman as an exceptional individual whose passion, dedication, and spirit left an indelible mark on all who had the privilege of knowing him. Gavin was ambitious, enthusiastic, creative. When those traits are combined with technical skill, industry knowledge, and personality, he was a rising star in the profession and a joy to be around. Gavin became a first call for major production companies and venues in our area and was nominated to join the IATSE, International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, Local 197, a significant honor in the audio production industry. Gavin cared deeply about people and his craft, leaving a lasting impression upon everyone around him. In his coursework, Gavin demonstrated passion, excellence, and a deep sense of reflection on the role music, as we've just heard, plays in the human experience. For Gavin, music was all about impacting the audience in the place only life can, the heart. As we strive to find meaning in his untimely loss, we reflect on Gavin's enduring legacy. Professor Jonathan Mannis fondly recalls Gavin's winning smile, giving spirit, an infallible sense of honor. Gavin's West passing has left a profound void in our hearts, and we are deeply grateful to have known him. The Gavin West Memorial Scholarship at Powell High School will continue to inspire and positively impact lives for years to come. His life was meaningful and had a lasting impact, and we will never forget him. Accepting on behalf of Gavin's family, who are in attendance tonight, are the faculty of our audio production program.
Once again, congratulations, class of 2025. Today we celebrate your incredible accomplishments in the beginning of a new chapter beyond Pellissippi State Community College. As you move forward into the exciting next chapter, I want to offer you a challenge. Don't let this be the end of your connection to Pellissippi State. You are and always will be a valued member of the family. That's why we invite you to stay engaged by joining our Alumni Association. Through your continued involvement, you'll remain connected to the community that helps shape your journey, and you'll help strengthen it for students who come after you. Your relationship with Pellissippi State doesn't end here. It evolves and grows with you. As you take your next steps, I encourage you to welcome new challenges, follow your passions, and make a lasting positive impact wherever life leads you. Congratulations again, graduates, and go out and make a difference.
Good evening, graduates, families, faculty, and friends. My name is Victoria Crooks, and on behalf of my fellow graduates, I accept this call to action and will move beyond Pellissippi State with purpose and confidence. If you told me 2 years ago that I would travel to Washington, D.C. for a conference, spend 4 days in our state capitol creating bills and passing legislation, become a new student orientation leader, and join Pellissippi student government, I would have looked you straight in the eyes and said, absolutely not. Yet, that is exactly what I've been able to accomplish during my time at Pellissippi. I never imagined that I would get to have these experiences in my first 2 years of college. But I did, because I intentionally engaged in Pellissippi's vibrant community. Now, I resolve to take my experiences and expand them in my next season of life at the University of Tennessee by continuing to engage there just as I did here. I challenge you to do that as well. Wherever you end up, whether it's a 4-year university or the workforce, never stop engaging. I strongly encourage each one of you to look for opportunities where you can step out of your comfort zone and try something new. When I joined the student government, I had no idea what I was doing. I had to figure out how to campaign in an election and teach myself how to be an effective secretary. I was uncomfortable at times. It was not easy. In fact, it could be extremely challenging. But the process is what made the whole experience worth it. My next piece of advice for you is to embrace the process of new endeavors, including any hardships that you may face. I could have given up when challenges occurred, but I didn't. I kept the big picture, today, this moment, in mind, and stayed committed to the process of working in student government and doing my best in school. Truly, commitment and perseverance are key to achieving anything. So, when you follow your passions and pursue these new opportunities in life, I urge you to stay committed. Lean into any challenges you may encounter and surround yourself with supportive people, advisors, and mentors who will help you grow in life. Lastly, I encourage you to appreciate and share the life lessons and skills you gain from the process. Your endeavors may not turn out the way you want them to, and that's okay. You cannot control the outcome of what happens, but you can control the income. You can control what you put in and how you respond to the results of your efforts. You can choose to say, hey, these results might be unexpected, but look how much I grew from this experience. Ultimately, by making peace with the process, you will be able to better appreciate both the highs and the lows of it. You will be able to share lessons you learned with others and help them in their personal development and journeys in life. But none of that can happen if you don't engage. Tonight, you will leave this building and step into a new world of opportunity, a new stage in your life. So, step into it with the aim to try new things, to step out of your comfort zone, to commit to pursue your goals and dreams, and to make peace with the process, knowing that these next experiences can change your lives and the lives of those around you. Now go out there and be great, and go Panthers. As we close our ceremony, please stand if you are able. The recessional will end in the building lobby. Families and friends can reunite there.